Once upon a time, in a village, there lived a beautiful and innocent young girl named Bawang Putih, who was crying for her mother.
Mom, hang on.
Dear, I have a message for you. Whatever your situation is, keep living for your father and be a good person.
Mom, don't be like that. You will get better.
I always love you.
Mom!
Several days after her mother's passing, she's still holding on to her mother's message and continued with her life, until one day her father's friend visited Bawang Putih's house. After a meeting and a short conversation between Bawang Putih's father and Joko, on the way home, Joko suddenly saw a familiar figure.
Hey, Ayu.
Hi Joko, what's up?
My friend seems to need a new wife. Do you know Astri? She's also widow.
Yes, I know. Do you want me to tell Lastri about this?
Yes.
Finally, they agreed to meet. Long story short, they finally agreed to get married. At the beginning of their marriage, they looked very warm with each other. But Lastri married Bawang Putih's father only to enjoy his wealth. Day by day passed. In the early years of marriage, Lastri seemed to love her two children very much, both Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah, without discriminating between the two. Now they can be a harmonious family. However, in that harmony, there was Lastri's evil intention, who every morning and evening secretly put poison into her husband's drink, which made his condition weaker, until he could only lie in bed all day. Lastri and Bawang Merah's attitude began to change for the worse towards Bawang Putih.
After the death of their father, the treatment of their stepmother and Bawang Merah got worse. They treated Bawang Putih badly, ordered and threatened Bawang Putih. They told Bawang Putih to do all the housework.
You're useless, you can't even do this. You don't know who can we are, you're still lucky we don't throw you away. That's right, she has nothing and is still lazy. Oh, Dad, I miss you so much. What did I do to deserve this?
Day by day, the stepmother and Bawang Merah became more cruel and became worse. They always told Bawang Putih to do all the housework, while Bawang Merah and the stepmother just relaxed and dressed up to beautify themselves.
Hey, summer child, look at that. The laundry is still piled up. Where are your eyes? Where's my sound too? That's my favorite sound. So, be careful. long, you feel tired. What the heck? You're useless.
Bawang Putih could only obey her stepmother and stepsister's words with a heavy heart. With an exhausted body, she walked towards the river while trying to hold back her tears.
When she arrived at the river, Bawang Putih immediately washed all the dirty clothes in the basket she brought. Until Bawang Putih did not realize one of the shawls was carried away by the strong currents of the river.
Wait a minute. Where is the soul?
Bawang Putih panicked and started to follow the river currents to look for Bawang Merah's favorite shawl. For 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and half an hour, Bawang Putih had been following the river downstream but still couldn't find her sister's shawl. Until she saw an old hut and an old woman sweeping the yard overhead. Without hesitating, Bawang Putih immediately approached the grandmother and asked about the shawl that was floating near the river.
Bawang Putih helped the grandmother to cook, clean the house, and wash clothes. All of these jobs did not feel heavy for Bawang Putih because she was used to doing them every day. Finally, it was time for Bawang Putih to go home and Grandma to give her the shawl.
Thank you for helping me. Use one of this jar as a gift. I will choose this jar. Remember, don't open it before you get back to your house. Thank you.
Humbly, Bawang Putih chose a small jar so that she could easily carry it home because she still had to carry her laundry basket. When she got home, the stepmother and Bawang Merah scolded Bawang Putih.
Hey, Putih, where did it took you so long?
Sorry, I had to look for sister soul that was swept away.
My shower is lost. Just so you know, my favorite shower. How dare you?
I'm sorry, I need to find the soul.
Where's the jar from? Where did you get it?
I got an old woman who found the soul.
Okay, go and cook. We've been hungry waiting for you.
Bawang Putih immediately went to the kitchen to cook. But when she opened the jar, Bawang Putih was very surprised because inside the jar there was a lot of gold and jewelry.
How do you get this jar?
What happened?
Bawang Merah saw it because earlier she was about to go into the kitchen to bully Bawang Putih, and her steps stopped when she saw the jar that Bawang Putih opened contained gold.
What are you waiting for? Let's go there.
Good idea, Mom. Let's go.
As planned by both of them, stepmother and Bawang Merah intentionally dropped the shawl they brought. Then it was found again by the grandmother, and by pretending to look for a lost item, stepmother and Bawang Merah asked the grandmother. She agreed, but the grandmother also asked for one condition, the same as she said to Bawang Putih. Hearing the condition, Bawang Merah seemed hesitant for a moment before the mother convinced Bawang Merah again to accept the condition from the grandmother. Because they were not used to cleaning the house and cooking, they took longer to complete her requirements.
We have completed all the requirements from you, Grandma.
Yes, welcome.
Okay.
Hearing that, the stepmother and Bawang Merah just nodded and laughed without thanking the grandmother, because their impatience that was overflowing in the middle of the journey. Bawang Merah rushed to open the jar she was carrying, hoping that she would soon have the gold in a big jar.
That's abominable to us!
But unfortunately, what Bawang Merah and her mother found was only a jar containing lots of snakes and insects in it. The venomous animal kept biting them. They ended up dying in the middle of the woods and having no one help them. It's a good thing for Bawang Putih. She doesn't have to be miserable while living with her stepmother and Bawang Merah. She thought her stepmother and stepsister got enough wealth, left her, and afford a new place. On the other hand, a prince dreamed of an old woman who said that if the prince wanted to find a perfect wife, the prince had to find a girl who had a gold bracelet exactly like in his dream to become his wife. Getting that clue, the prince quickly held a contest about whoever has a gold bracelet like in a kingdom's announcement will be made the prince's wife. The next day, when Bawang Putih was sweeping her yard, she faintly heard gossip from the girls who were standing not far in front of her house.
Do you know the prince is holding a competition to find a partner for the bride?
Yes, I know. They say the prince is looking for a woman who has a gold bracelet with 3 pendants in the middle.
That's right, but the prince didn't tell us what color the bracelet was, so I could make copy.
You're right. What a bummer.
Hearing that, Bawang Putih was a little interested in joining the competition. Moreover, she also had a bracelet that was similar to the one described.
Is that true? The prince is holding a contest? A competition? Huh? It's so interesting. Okay, I take part. Thanks to the jar the grandmother gave me, there happened to be a piece of jewelry there that looks similar. I just bring the one.
By making up her mind, Bawang Putih finally decided to go to the palace. When she arrived at the palace, Bawang Putih was surprised by the busy atmosphere Even though the participants were very busy, Bawang Putih remained confident. In her determination, she immediately joined the queue. One by one, the participants immediately failed as soon as the prince saw the bracelet they were wearing, because none of them were wearing a bracelet like the one the prince dreamed of.
Until it was Bawang Putih's turn to show off wearing the bracelet she had. When he saw the bracelet worn by Bawang Putih, the prince was very surprised because the bracelet had looked very similar to what he had dreamed of.
This bracelet. What's your name? The bracelet you have is similar to what I dream about.
My name is Bawang Putih, Your Highness.
Alright, because you meet the requirement of the contest I am holding. Will you be my bride to be?
Yes.
The prince and Bawang Putih soon hold a wedding ceremony. They officially become husband and wife, and they live together happily ever after.
The prince and Bawang Putih soon hold wedding ceremony.
They officially became husband and wife, and they lived together happily ever after.
Thank you for listening to our show. The end.
We are from 10th grade Fine Arts. We would love to say
Thank you.